Hello, Sim fans. Welcome to the 24th installment of the weekly top 5 announcements for Microsoft Flight Simulator this Wednesday, August 11th. Now, it's been 2 weeks since I posted the last weekly top 5 announcements video, and during that time we have had some ups and downs with Microsoft Flight Simulator coming to the Xbox Series X and S consoles, along with Sim Update 5 coming to PC with a couple of hotfixes. Speaking of Sim Update 5, during the last weekly top 5 announcements video, I highlighted a program called Simple Traffic from Aerosoft, which they scrubbed after SU5 came out, given it caused multiple challenges for the product. However, along with this week's top 5 announcements, I will be highlighting some freeware that I think you'll all be interested in that relates to this product. So stick around, Sim fans. This is all coming your way. Okay, Sim fans, now for number 5. As you all know, Asobo has released Sim Update 5 for Microsoft Flight Simulator with a couple of back-to-back hotfixes. Now, granted, this coming in at number 5 isn't really news for most of you, given you're probably well aware of Sim Update 5 and the 2 hotfixes that have been released, but I wanted to take a moment to comment on what went bad, what went well, and the future hope for Microsoft Flight Simulator on the PC. Now, obviously, many of us, as well as third-party developers, had multiple concerns and issues after the release of Sim Update 5, and we felt like Asobo had shifted their focus away from PC and to the console, which in fact they had, given the deadline that it needed to be released on the console. However, they did address some of the major PC issues that were introduced with Sim Update 5 with a couple of hotfixes, which addressed the crash to desktop issues, not all, but most, also the washed out graphics and other problems that were introduced with the update. But for those of us that didn't have crash to desktop issues, let's talk about the good stuff. If we could ignore the change in graphics quality, the Sim Update 5 and the hotfixes gave a lot of performance improvements. Now, granted, there are still obvious improvements that are needed. There are some of you that are having crash to desktop issues still. For all of us, I think we're having absurd draw distance issues, and the level of detail settings don't really change anything, so we need some better options there, which Asobo has told us are coming with World Update 6. Now, this should allow all of us on PC to once again be able to tweak our settings to our liking depending on our own PC configurations like we had before Sim Update 5. I, for one, am hopeful that Asobo will continue to make it right for us PC simmers and continue to focus on everyone, both PC and console simmers alike. And once we get these bugs and issues ironed out, we are going to have a better sim, I think, in the long run for PC and have better performance on top of it. We just need to have some more patience, I guess. Okay, let's move on to number 4. Okay, Sim fans, now for number 4. Seafront Simulations has released 2 products, one being Vessels Enhanced AI and the other Vessels Global Shipping. Now, for the product Vessels Enhanced AI, it will overhaul your default AI ship and leisure boat traffic with high-quality night-lit sailing vessels, motorboats, fishing, utility, cargo, and cruise ships worldwide. Furthermore, it includes wakes with Sim Update 5. You can currently pick this product up at Orbix Direct, link below, for $12.50 US. And one thing to note, this product doesn't add routes, but upgrades the default AI vessels themselves. So for adding more routes, they have included that second package, Global Shipping. So Vessels Global Shipping adds around 50,000 routes for worldwide boost to your nautical scenery and will incorporate the Vessels Enhanced AI product if purchased. These products can be purchased and used separately, but it looks like for the best experience, you'll want them both. It also looks like the product will continue to be updated with more routes coming in the future, so it isn't static. Vessels Global Shipping can be picked up for Orbix Direct as well for approximately $20 US. So if you want both products for the best experience, it's going to cost you around $32.50 US. Okay, let's move on to number 3. Okay, now on to number 3. Working Title releases their freeware version for the Garmin G1000NXi. Now, SimFans, this is an early access beta of their G1000NXi for MSFS and replaces the stock Garmin 1000 in planes with this version of their G1000 and has been written from the ground up by Working Title Simulations. Hey, thanks guys. So Working Title does state on their website that this is an early access beta, and there are many features of the real-world unit that have not yet been implemented and may have a few bugs. However, they intend to release weekly or bi-weekly updates to this free package, and even better, you can install it via the MSFS Marketplace from the free category section, where you'll also be able to get updates for it as well. As mentioned before, this product will replace the default G1000 for some of the default general aviation aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator, including the Cirrus SR-22, the Diamond Aircraft, Baron G58, Bonanza G36, the Cessna 172 Skyhawk, and the Cessna 208B Grand Caravan. So some key features include it has improved navigation with a completely overhauled flight plan management system, vertical navigation, which they state is a work in progress, improved PFD functionality and realism, MFD improvements, and also improved flight plan screens and mappings, and more. So check out the link below for the details, and we will now go on to number 2. Okay, now for number 2. DC Designs will be releasing their version of the F-14 AB Tomcat next Thursday, August 19th. Now, the aircraft is said to be fully native for Microsoft Flight Simulator and will include 2 aircraft models, the A and B, which will come with true 3D cockpits, authentic sounds, and more. The aircraft also comes with visual displays that replicate the real-world counterpart, rear view mirrors, crew figures, and it also comes with a HUD that is said to work well with Microsoft Flight Simulator. Even more, SimFans, there is a payload manager for live mounting weapons to the plane. So, on August 19th, you'll be able to pick this up from Just Flight's site, link below, for $35 US. Okay, let's move on to number 1. Okay, SimFans, now for number 1. There's a new freeware mod called Easy Airlines plus Aircraft Matching with Default Live Traffic. Yep, you heard me right, that's a long one, which has been released for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, given Aerosoft has scrapped its Simple Traffic AI and real-world livery product, hey, if you're interested, this mod, available on FlightSim.2, may be the alternative you are looking for, given it aims to make traffic in MSFS more realistic. Now, one thing to be aware of, this product doesn't have a fully contained installer and does require an additional product called AVAO. Maybe many of you have heard of that, AVAO Altitude for Microsoft's Flight Simulator to be installed, so you'll want to follow the instructions guide carefully. However, once you have AVAO Altitude and the Easy Airlines mod added to your community folder in Microsoft Flight Simulator, this should give you a large variety of AI aircraft that represent realistic aircraft types and airlines based on real-world traffic. Now, there's a link below to this mod, and please be sure to follow the detailed tutorials and instructions carefully. Be aware that installing these mods may impact your frame rates, but if you don't like the impact depending on your system, you can always remove it. Now, I must submit, I have yet to try this package out, and according to FlightSim.2 site, it is compatible with Sim Update 5. I'll be interested to know your thoughts in the comments below, what you think of this mod if you choose to install it, and if it works well for you. It appears to have gotten good reviews. Okay, SimFans, well, there you have it for this week's top 5 announcements for Microsoft Flight Simulator. If you liked the video, please do a like, smash that thumbs up button, do subscribe if you haven't already, and let's watch out for the World Update 6 coming out August 24th for Microsoft Flight Simulator. And until then, SimFans, take care, be safe, and blue skies. We'll see you soon.